Hello, welcome back to Channel Top Coin. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of one of the most elusive coins in British history, the 1933 penny. A single piece of copper that could make you a millionaire. Yes, you heard that right. Stick around as we explore the history, mystery, and massive market value of this legendary coin. The story of the 1933 penny begins in the early 20th century, a time when Britain's currency system was undergoing significant changes. The penny was a staple in the economy, made of bronze and widely circulated. But what makes the 1933 penny so special? Why is it considered one of the rarest coins in the world? To understand this, we need to go back to the economic situation of the time. The year 1933 was marked by the aftermath of the Great Depression. The demand for new pennies was incredibly low because millions of pennies from previous years were still in circulation. As a result, the Royal Mint decided not to produce pennies for general use in 1933. But a few were made. So how many 1933 pennies were minted? Officially, it's believed that only 6 to 7 coins were struck, and they weren't intended for public circulation. Instead, these pennies were created for ceremonial purposes, like being placed under the foundations of important buildings. In fact, some of these coins are believed to be under church cornerstones to this day. Now, you might be thinking, how did these pennies become so valuable? The answer lies in their rarity and the mystique surrounding them. Collectors and numismatists, that's a fancy term for coin enthusiasts, are always on the hunt for coins with unique stories, and the 1933 penny ticks all the boxes. Let's talk numbers. In 2016, one of these coins sold at auction for a staggering £72,000, roughly $90,000 at the time. But that's not the highest estimate. Experts believe that if another 1933 penny were to surface today, it could fetch over £200,000 or more, depending on its condition. That's life-changing money for a single coin. Why didn't the Royal Mint just make more 1933 pennies? After all, the design was ready. Well, as I mentioned earlier, the lack of demand was the main reason. But there's another twist. By 1933, the penny's design was due for an overhaul. Some historians believe the mint was already working on updates, making this particular year's coin even more obsolete. Today, the 1933 penny is more than just a coin, it's a cultural icon in the world of rare collectibles. Stories of people discovering these pennies in old jars or inherited collections have added to its legend, but most of these tales turn out to be cases of mistaken identity. That's because counterfeit 1933 pennies also exist. If you're lucky enough to find a 1933 penny, or think you have one, here's how to tell if it's real. First, look for the distinct details of George V's portrait. Next, check the weight and composition. A genuine 1933 penny should weigh about 9.4 grams and be made of bronze. Finally, get it authenticated by a professional numismatist. So, where are the known 1933 pennies today? At least 3 are confirmed to be in museum collections, including one at the British Museum. Others are believed to be in private collections. And let's not forget the possibility that one might still be hidden under a church foundation or lying forgotten in someone's attic. The 1933 penny remains a symbol of hope for treasure hunters and a testament to the value of rarity. It's not just about the money, it's about uncovering a piece of history, a tangible link to a bygone era. So, what do you think? Is the 1933 penny the ultimate collector's item? Do you have an old coin collection that might be worth a second look? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories about the fascinating world of coins and collectibles. Today, they connect us to history, to the lives of people long gone, and to the economies that shaped our modern world. One such story lies in a single penny, dated 1916. This coin may seem humble at first glance, but it has a legacy and, in some cases, a market value that might just shock you. Today, we'll explore the fascinating history of the 1916 one penny, discuss its market value, and uncover why this simple coin might be worth a fortune. To understand the significance of the 1916 one penny, let's set the stage. The year was 1916, right in the middle of World War I. The world was engulfed in one of the most devastating conflicts in history. The British Empire was at the forefront of this global war, and back home, life was changing rapidly. Amidst this backdrop, the 1916 one penny was minted as part of a much-needed circulation of currency to support a wartime economy. The coin was produced under the reign of King George V. You can see his portrait engraved on one side of the penny, designed by Sir Bertram Mackennal, an Australian artist who also worked on various other royal commissions. The reverse features the iconic figure of Britannia, symbolizing British power and unity, holding a trident and shield seated beside the sea. Let's talk about the design and specifications of the coin. The 1916 penny is made from bronze, containing about 95% copper, 4% tin, and 1% zinc. It weighs approximately 9.45 grams and has a diameter of 30.81 millimeters. The obverse side features the inscription Georges V. de Gra Brit, OMN, Rex FID, Def, IND, IMP, which translates to George V, by the grace of God, King of all Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. The reverse, as mentioned earlier, showcases Britannia, a design that had been used on British pennies since 1860. But what makes the 1916 penny particularly interesting is its connection to wartime production challenges. Metals were in high demand for weapons and machinery, yet the Royal Mint managed to maintain a high standard of quality in their coins during this difficult period. Now, here's where things get really interesting. While the 1916 one penny itself is not the rarest coin in British numismatics, certain variations and conditions make it highly collectible. For instance, some pennies from this year were minted in Heaton, Birmingham, and carried the small H mint mark on the reverse side, near Britannia. These are slightly rarer and more sought after by collectors. However, it's the condition of the coin, graded by systems like the Sheldon scale, that can make or break its value. Coins in mint state or uncirculated condition, with little to no wear, are incredibly rare and valuable. So, what's the market value of the 1916 one penny today? For an average circulated 1916 penny, the value ranges from $1 to $10, depending on the condition. But here's where it gets exciting. Uncirculated examples can fetch between $100 and $500 or more at auctions. If you have a 1916 penny with the H mint mark in excellent condition, the value increases further. Some rare examples have even sold for over $1,000. Factors such as the presence of toning, patina, and whether the coin has been cleaned can also influence its price. Let's take a look at some of the record-breaking sales. In recent years, several 1916 pennies graded by professional agencies like PCGS and NGC have sold for jaw-dropping amounts. One particularly rare coin, graded as MS65 Red, sold for nearly $2,000 at auction, a testament to its pristine condition and rarity. Collectors around the world are fascinated by pennies from this era, not just because of their historical significance but also due to their charm as collectible items. Owning a 1916 penny is like holding a piece of wartime history in your hand. Do you have a 1916 penny lying around? Here's how you can identify and appraise its worth. Start by examining the coin closely. Check for the year, mint mark, and overall condition. Look for any signs of wear, scratches, or corrosion. Using a magnifying glass, inspect the edges and details of the coin. Next, consider having your coin professionally graded. Companies like PCGS or NGC can provide an official grade that significantly increases its marketability and value. Lastly, research recent auction results to get an idea of what similar coins are selling for. In conclusion, the 1916 one penny is more than just a coin. It's a piece of history, a collector's treasure, and in some cases, a small fortune waiting to be discovered. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone intrigued by the past, this penny offers a window into a world long gone yet still very much alive in our imaginations and collections. So, the next time you stumble upon an old penny, take a closer look. Who knows? You might just hold a priceless piece of history in your hands. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about the coins that shaped our world. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of one of the most iconic coins ever minted, the 1936 British penny. Whether you're a history buff, a coin collector, or just curious about how a humble penny can become a fortune, you're in for a treat. By the end of this video, you'll know why the 1936 penny is so special, its fascinating history, and how much it's worth in today's market. Spoiler alert, it's way more than one penny. Chapter 1. A brief history of the 1936 penny. The 1936 penny comes from an era of profound change. This was the year King George V passed away after a 25-year reign, leading to a period of political and royal turbulence. In numismatic circles, 1936 is famously remembered as the year of the Three Kings. When George V died in January 1936, his son Edward VIII ascended the throne. However, Edward's reign lasted less than a year due to his controversial decision to abdicate the throne to Mary Wallace Simpson, an American divorcee. This unusual series of events meant that pennies minted during this year are tied to a unique moment in history. Most of the 1936 pennies, however, still bear the portrait of King George V, as coin production for Edward VIII had not yet begun in earnest. Chapter 2: The Design and Features. Let's take a closer look at the design. On the obverse side, we have the familiar portrait of King George V. This design, created by Bertram Mackennal, had been in use since 1911. Notice the detailed craftsmanship, from the king's beard to the Latin inscription around the edge. And on the reverse side, we see Britannia, the personification of British strength and sovereignty. She sits proudly with her shield and trident, surrounded by the words "1 penny" and the year, 1936. This design was created by Leonard Charles Wyon and was first introduced in 1860. Chapter 3: Variants and Rarity. While the 1936 penny is not the rarest coin in the British penny series, certain variations can make it incredibly valuable. For example, there are minor differences in the die used to strike these coins, and collectors prize these unique details. Proof versions of the 1936 penny, minted in very limited quantities for collectors and exhibitions, are among the most sought after. Another factor affecting the value of the 1936 penny is its condition. Coins graded as uncirculated or mint state, meaning they show no signs of wear, can fetch significantly higher prices than worn, circulated examples. Chapter 4: Market Value and Auction Highlights. So, what's the market value of the 1936 penny today? Let's break it down. A standard, circulated 1936 penny might be worth anywhere from £1 to £10 depending on its condition. High-grade examples with minimal wear can sell for between £20 and £50. Proof versions of the 1936 penny, or coins graded as mint state, can go for hundreds, even thousands of pounds. One notable example is a proof penny that sold for over £1,000 at a recent auction. And if you're lucky enough to own a coin with a rare error, the value can skyrocket even higher. Wondering if your 1936 penny is worth a small fortune? Here are some tips. Check the condition. Look for minimal scratches, sharp details, and a shiny finish. Look for errors. Minting errors, like misaligned text or double strikes, can make a coin significantly more valuable. Get it graded. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin, giving it an official value for collectors. Compare with auction listings. Research recent sales of 1936 pennies to see how your coin stacks up. Chapter 6: Why collectors love the 1936 penny. The 1936 penny is more than just a coin, it's a piece of history. Its connection to the year of the Three Kings and its enduring design make it a must-have for British coin collectors. Whether you're just starting out or you're an experienced numismatist, adding this coin to your collection is like holding a piece of the past in your hands. So there you have it, the fascinating history, design, and value of the 1936 penny. If you've got one sitting in a drawer or inherited from a relative, it's time to dust it off and take a closer look. Who knows? You might be holding a tiny treasure worth far more than its original value. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of coins and collectibles. Today, we dive into the fascinating story of the 1971 one-penny coin from the United Kingdom. You might have seen this little copper gem lying around or in your collection, but what if I told you it could hold more value than you ever imagined? Let's uncover its history, market worth, and why it has become a prized possession for collectors worldwide. Stick around to find out if you're holding onto a treasure worth big bucks. Our journey begins in 1971, a pivotal year for British currency. This was the year of the UK's decimal day, February 15, 1971, to be precise. Decimalisation marked the end of the old pounds, shillings, and pence system, replacing it with a simpler decimal currency. Among the coins introduced in this new era was the one-penny coin, a small but significant part of everyday life. The one-penny coin minted in 1971 was made from bronze, a composition of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin. With a weight of 3.56 grams and a diameter of 20.32 millimeters, this coin was part of the first wave of new decimal coins distributed to the public. Its obverse features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Mackin. The reverse displays the crown portcullis with chains, a design originally created by Christopher Ironside, symbolizing the Houses of Parliament. You might wonder, what makes the 1971 one-penny coin special? After all, it was produced in vast quantities. Over 1.5 billion of these coins were minted in 1971 alone. However, as time passed and newer coins were introduced, many of these older pennies were lost, damaged, or melted down for their copper content. The 1971 penny was also the very first decimal 1 penny coin, making it a landmark piece in British numismatic history. Expert: while the coin's face value is just 1 penny, its historical and sentimental value is undeniable. It's a piece of history that marks a turning point in Britain's monetary system. Narrator: so, how much is a 1971 1 penny coin worth today? Well, it depends on a few factors, such as its condition, rarity, and demand among collectors. Let's break it down. Condition: coins in mint or uncirculated condition fetch the highest prices. Look for sharp details, no scratches, and a brilliant finish. These are often sold for $5 to $15 in online markets. Errors and variants: rare error coins, such as misaligned dies, off-center strikes, or double dates, can skyrocket in value. Some have sold for hundreds of dollars at auctions. Sets and collections: coins preserved in official decimal coin sets or proof sets are especially valuable. A complete 1971 proof set can fetch between $30 and $50, depending on its condition. Metal value: the copper content of pre-1992 pennies makes them intrinsically valuable. While it's illegal to melt them down, their metal value sometimes exceeds their face value. Some 1971 1 penny coins have fetched surprisingly high prices. For example, rare error coins or those in pristine condition have sold for over $100 in niche collector markets. If you're lucky enough to find one with unique characteristics, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Collector: I had no idea my old penny was worth so much until I had it appraised. Now, it's one of the highlights of my collection. Wondering if your 1971 penny is worth more than a penny? Here's how you can check. Inspect the condition. Use a magnifying glass to look for any scratches, discoloration, or wear. Mint condition coins are the most valuable. Look for errors. Examine the coin for any unusual marks, misprints, or design flaws. Check for sets. If your coin is part of an official proof or uncirculated set, it could be worth significantly more. Consult experts. Take your coin to a reputable numismatist or use online forums to get a professional opinion on its value. Research market trends. Look at recent sales on auction sites like eBay to gauge the current market value. The 1971 1 penny coin is more than just a piece of change. It's a piece of history, a collector's dream, and potentially a valuable asset. So dig through your old jars, check those dusty drawers, and see if you have one of these treasures hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of coins, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Top Coin for more fascinating numismatic adventures. And let us know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin in your collection? Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1966 1 penny coin. From its rich history to its skyrocketing market value, this coin might just be the hidden gem you've been searching for. So, grab your magnifying glass, and let's uncover the secrets of this small but mighty treasure. The year was 1966, a time when the world was undergoing incredible transformations. The Beatles were taking the music world by storm, the swinging 60s were in full bloom, and in the world of numismatics, a modest coin entered circulation, the 1 penny coin of 1966. But what makes this coin so special? First, let's talk about its origin. The 1 penny coin was minted by the British Royal Mint, a renowned institution with a legacy stretching back over 1,000 years. The coin was part of the pre-decimal currency system, used before the UK adopted decimalization in 1971. On one side of the coin, we see the profile of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick. Her youthful depiction reflects the early years of her reign. On the reverse side, we find the iconic Britannia, a symbol of British strength and heritage, seated with a trident and shield, overlooking the waves. So, why is the 1966 penny so collectible? Well, for starters, it belongs to the last few years of the pre-decimal pennies. By 1971, these coins were phased out, making them obsolete for everyday transactions. In 1966, millions of these pennies were minted. But here's the catch: not all coins were created equal. Some have unique features or minting errors that make them incredibly valuable to collectors. For example, slight variations in the alignment of the die or differences in the edge lettering can send the value soaring. Now let's get to the part you've been waiting for. How much is the 1966 penny worth today? The truth is, its value depends on several factors, including condition, rarity, and any unique features. A well-worn 1966 penny might fetch just a few cents. But if you have a coin in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could be worth up to $10 or more. And that's not all. Rare errors, like a doubled die or off-center strike, can make a 1966 penny worth hundreds, even thousands, of dollars. For example, one 1966 penny with a minting error sold at auction for a staggering $1,500. Imagine finding one of those hidden in your piggy bank. Want to find out if your 1966 penny is worth a fortune? Here are a few tips. Check the condition. Look for coins with little to no wear. Search for errors. Examine the coin for misprints, doubling, or unusual marks. Get it graded. Professional grading services can certify your coin's condition and authenticity, boosting its market value. Do your research. Use online marketplaces like eBay or auction sites to compare prices for similar coins. You might be sitting on a gold mine without even knowing it. I started collecting coins as a hobby, but it turned into a passion. The 1966 penny is a must-have for anyone serious about British coinage. Each coin tells a story, and the 1966 penny is a piece of history. Plus, who doesn't love the thrill of finding a rare gem? So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1966 one-penny coin. From its historical roots to its potential big worth, this little piece of metal is more than just a coin, it's a treasure waiting to be discovered. Now it's your turn. Dig into your old piggy banks, check your coin collections, and see if you've got a 1966 penny waiting to make you rich. And don't forget to share your findings in the comments below. Who knows, you might inspire the next big discovery. Today, we're talking about the iconic one-penny coin from 1980. It might seem like just a small, ordinary coin at first glance, but its history, unique features, and market value might surprise you. So, grab your magnifying glass, and let's uncover the story of this little treasure. To understand the 1981 penny coin, we first need to take a step back and look at the broader history of the British penny. The penny has been a staple of British currency for over 1,200 years. The modern decimalized penny, however, came into existence in 1971 when the UK switched to decimal currency, replacing the old pounds, shillings, and pence system. This new penny was worth 1/100th of a pound. The 1981 penny coin was minted as part of this decimalized system. Like other one-penny coins, it was made of bronze, with a weight of 3.56 grams and a diameter of 20.32 millimeters. The coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Arnold Machin, while the reverse showcases Christopher Ironside's design of a crowned portcullis, a symbol of Parliament. Now, what makes the 1981 penny coin unique? While it's not considered rare in the traditional sense, its historical context adds to its charm. 1980 was a time of change in Britain, politically, economically, and socially. For coin enthusiasts, coins from this era serve as snapshots of history. The 1981 penny coin carries the iconic Machin portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, which was used from 1968 to 1984. This design is celebrated for its elegance and simplicity. Now let's talk money. What is the 1981 penny coin worth today? If you've got one lying around, you're probably wondering if it's time to cash in. The truth is, in circulated condition, most 1981 penny coins hold their face value of just 1 penny. However, things start to get interesting when you're dealing with coins in uncirculated or proof condition. An uncirculated 1981 penny coin can fetch anywhere from £1 to £5, depending on its condition. Meanwhile, proof versions of the coin, which were struck with exceptional detail and finish, can be worth £10 or more. Some collectors might even pay a premium if the coin has a particularly sharp strike or minimal wear. Here's a quick breakdown of the potential value of your 1981 penny coin. Circulated condition, face value, 1 penny, uncirculated, £1 to £5 proof condition, £10 or more. What really drives up the value of a coin, though, are errors. Error coins from the Royal Mint are highly sought after by collectors. While the 1981 penny coin isn't known for major errors, it's always worth checking for anomalies. Look for things like misaligned dies, double strikes, or off-center minting. Coins with such errors can be worth hundreds of pounds or more, depending on their rarity and condition. For example, a penny with a double strike error could sell for £50 or higher at auction. So, don't dismiss those odd-looking coins in your collection. Why are collectors so enamored with the humble penny? For many, it's about the thrill of the hunt. The 1981 penny coin represents a piece of history, a connection to the past. It's also an affordable way to start a coin collection. With millions minted, the 1 penny coin is accessible, yet its variety of conditions and potential errors make it endlessly fascinating. If you've got a 1981 penny coin and you're considering selling it, here are some tips. First, never clean your coin with harsh chemicals, as this can reduce its value. Instead, gently rinse it with warm water if necessary. Next, determine its grade. Is it circulated, uncirculated, or proof? Then, research its market value using platforms like eBay or numismatic forums. Finally, consider listing your coin online or taking it to a local coin dealer or auction house. And there you have it, the fascinating story of the 1981 penny coin. Whether it's a reminder of Britain's decimalization era or a potential gem in your collection, this little coin has a lot to offer. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of coins and collectibles. And let us know in the comments, what's the most interesting coin in your collection? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.